Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos, and I'm going to start this project off with these three 3D stars that I got at a thrift store. The first thing I'm going to do is take these little hangers off the back, and it's just, we're on there with a little screw. And I got these at a thrift store, but I did see them in paper mache at Hobby Lobby for 99 cents each, so you could get these. For the first star, I'm going to paint that with a color called Deep Burgundy. And I'm just going to paint the whole thing. And I ended up doing 2 coats of each of these colors. The next one I painted with the color Almondine, and these are all Deco Art paints. And again, like I said, I did 2 coats. And then the third star I did with a Deep Midnight Blue, again, Deco Art, and again, 2 coats. Once I had them all painted and they were all dry, I'm going to take my sanding block and sand off the edges and the raised parts on the top of each star. So I'm just going to do all of the edges and then get that raised part at the top. And I did this with all of them. Once I have them all sanded, I'm going to take my antique wax and I'm going to wax every one of them also. And just going mostly over the spots that I did the sanding, just to give it a rustic look. Kind of sticking to those edges and the raised panels. Once I had those all stained with my wax, I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to let them fully dry. And I'm going to grab this sign that I got at Dollar Tree and I'm just going to cut that tag off, and then I'm going to untie the hanger and I'm going to save that because I'm going to reuse it. So it was just tied in a knot in the back and I'm just going to pull it apart. And then I'm going to use my antique wax on this also. So I'm just going to stain the whole sign with the antique wax. And I did the edges as well. Once I have that all stained and dry, I'm going to take this burlap that I had and I'm going to put a very thick coat of Mod Podge on the sign. And then I am going to lay the burlap down on that to secure it. I'm just going to lay this right on that Mod Podge and then smooth it out with my hands, making sure that it is fully adhered and making sure that it's as even as I can get it. Burlap's kind of wonky and doesn't like to stay where you put it. So making sure that those top and the bottom piece are right at the edge of my sign. And then again, just smoothing it all out, making sure that it's fully adhered. And then I'm just going to let that dry. Once I let that dry, I'm just going to take my scissors and just trim off the excess on either side. So just kind of go down, trim off the excess, and then fix it from the other side, just until I get it to look the way that I wanted it to. Once I have it all trimmed, I am going to put the hanger back in. So I just took the hanger that I had and I wrapped some tape around it on the edges so that I could get it through the burlap. And then I just pulled the tape off of each end, and now I'm just going to tie it in a knot. And then I'm going to pull it through and then just cut off those excess pieces. Next, I'm going to take my stars and I'm going to glue them down. So I'm going to do the red one first, the white, and then the blue. So I'm just gluing them down where I wanted them on the sign, kind of in the very center, making sure that they were pretty even. And I think this looks super cute as it is, but I wanted to add one more thing to kind of give it a little bit of a pop. So I took some of this button ribbon and I'm going to add that right at the bottom, about a 1/2 inch from the top and then a 1/2 inch from the bottom. So I'm going to put this one on right under that blue star. And then I'm going to do the same thing at the top, right above the red star, right under where I tied the hangers. And this button ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to glue that right in place. And I think this was the final touch that it really needed. I absolutely love it. I'm going to keep it as simple as it is and not do anything else to it. I think it turned out so super cute, and I love the rustic look of it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to make one. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.